Upper cervical care is a radically different way of looking at healthcare. You know, when people start to understand more about it, they get excited about it, they understand that we're dealing with the top two bones in their neck there. They begin to see how it relates to their nerve system and how removing interference on that brain stem when one of those bones are misaligned can really bring health to their body. It's a natural way of looking at healthcare. And you know what? All the information in the world is not going to help unless someone takes some action. So tell us a little bit about what happens after someone says, yeah, I want to check this out. I want to see an upper cervical doctor.
Well, obviously the first step would be to pick up the phone and call the upper cervical doctor nearest you to schedule your appointment. Now, when you go in for that appointment, there may be some paperwork that needs to be filled out, get a little bit more history on the patient's problem. And then they'll go back and have a consultation with the doctor. And there the doctor will dive even deeper into that person's history and if there's been any traumas, anything that could have led them up to the point that got them into that office on this particular day. Then they'll take them back and do an upper cervical evaluation, which is a very specific analysis to determine if that patient actually has a problem in the upper part of their neck or not. If they do find a problem there, then they take it to the next step, which is to take a very specific set of x-rays to determine exactly how that upper bone or upper bones are positioned or out of position, and possibly leading to the person's condition that brought them in today.
So those x-rays are super specific and they're tailored for that patient, and the doctor is able to then evaluate those x-rays and then set up a second visit.
Mm-hmm. Typically the doctor will be able to look over those x-rays on that evening, usually that first visit, so the patient could come back in as soon as the next day. Where then the doctor will actually go over those x-rays with the patient. They'll actually show them, okay, this is the position of the bone now, and this is where it's supposed to be, and this is how we feel it's causing your problem. Now also on that second visit, they'll give them their first correction, which means they'll actually reposition that bone back where it's supposed to be.
So this is a very gentle correction, very different maybe if you've experienced even chiropractic care, and we're trying to correct. Some people don't like to call it adjustments because we don't want to adjust forever, do we? We really want to correct and free up that brainstem to operate properly. So then there's a follow-up visit, right? There's one more?
Well, if that doctor determines that he can't help them, then they'll set up another appointment for the patient to come in and go through a very specific care plan for that particular patient. Every patient's different, obviously, so they all require different type of plan. So that doctor will go through that patient's history, the x-rays, and put together a tailored program to help that person get well. And they'll usually go over that on the third visit. Also, based off of that plan, they'll put together a financial plan to go along with it to make it affordable.
And does insurance cover some of the upper cervical care? Is that part of that?
Yeah, if you have chiropractic coverage, then it will pay for upper cervical care at the same time. And then we will put together a variety of different payment plans, best suited for each patient, just to make sure that it'll be affordable to them.
This is different than some people that experience in chiropractic care, because this is something that, it's almost like you're trying to get out of their life, aren't you? Because you're trying to say, hey, we're trying to correct you and free you and hold that correction, right? So it's not like we want to see you 3 times for every week for the rest of your life, is it?
Right. See, that's what's so good about upper cervical care is we have a system to check to see if there is a problem or not. And obviously, as you're correcting a problem, eventually it's going to start to stay corrected. We probably correct or adjust less than half of what general chiropractic does.
So you may not be corrected every single visit.
Oh no, if you are, there's something wrong.
Yeah, so we don't want that. That's not our goal.
Our goal is to fix the problem, and it's not, if it's not starting to hold, then we need to do a reevaluate what's going on, why it's not holding.
All the information in the world is not going to help unless you take action. At uppercervicalcare.com, you click the Locate a Doctor button. There's an interactive map. There's other different ways that you can find a doctor near you. And you don't have to be in pain right now. This is a new way of looking at healthcare. It's preventative, and it's really, we want everybody to operate at 100% capacity naturally and living your best. So take action today to find an upper cervical doctor.